Josh Juhasz versus Jaden Billingham is next. What a night this might be turning into for 17-year-old Jaden Billingham. One match, one win. Likewise for Josh Juhasz. Oh, that's a good break. You can't believe it's dry. Oh, that's tough.
You have to say, on the balance of the first three matches, obviously these two have only played one each. Josh has been the best player so far tonight. Take nothing away from Jaden, but he just made a couple more errors in his match alongside the really good stuff that he was doing. Whereas Josh, apart from his first two shots in the match, played a brilliant match. So
yeah, if we forget Josh's first two shots of the night,
yeah,
he's been perfect ever since.
I'm sure he's forgotten them, which is the key.
Yeah,
short memories are pretty good in the pool world.
If Jaden's on this one to the top right, near the right side cushion, he is in business here. Might have to come back to it. It's a good opening pot. He elected to take yellows and took on a tough pot to make sure he got them. I wonder if he can go towards that yellow here. He felt so.
Worst case scenario, getting the cushion but just before the cannon. It's fine if he doesn't get the cannon so full, but it sticks to it when you get it the way he did. A little bit unlucky because it doesn't have to come out too far to put him in a really strong position.
Well, does this yellow cut back at the top of the table?
It'd be very thin. Well, it does, and it wasn't that thin.
Yeah, it's one of those where I got so used to asking a question instead of making a prediction, because
you don't want to be
the angles can confuse us all the time. It looks an awful lot different sometimes when you're out there yourself, and that was relatively simple to cut back for Jaden Billingham. His outcome, though, isn't the nicest. The red has gone and made a problem of the 8-ball.
He's digging a pretty big hole here, though. That 8-ball's gone awkward. Really awkward.
You can get the yellows, but how do you get that 8-ball open?
He might have to leave it till last here. You can come back to get the angle to play the cannon next, but then you're unlikely to get onto the final yellow, so he might have to try and get across for the yellow in the middle of the table and then try and get low on the yellow at the bottom. He's lucky to be on this, but I'm not sure he can get it low on that yellow. I'm not sure what he was looking at there. He could get low on it. In fact, he came back too far. He can still get the cannon, but it looks like he's going into the red. And that wouldn't move the 8-ball. The way he was lining up there, maybe he feels he can get to the 8-ball.
Digging pretty deep here is the bullet. Needs a little bit of luck, and I think he's found it.
Oh, he's got the gap. Can you believe that?
Wowie!
A gap, a ball's width, and he lands on it. My word.
Bullet threads the needle.
How? How's that happened?
I mean, this is incredible, really. To land absolutely perfect like that.
He was down on it instantly as well.
Almost like he couldn't believe it himself, didn't want it to go away.
Play it quick and no one noticed.
Josh Juhasz told us at the start of the night he's been working hard away from the table at the mental game. He's had to suffer a little bit in that respect tonight. He's had a golden break go against him. A little bit of early run for his opponent in match one, and a big slice of luck there for Jaden Billingham in the first frame of match two, although it's a dry break for the young gun. So Josh Juhasz will get first poke at these. Just an interesting one to keep an eye on with Jaden's break, as it feels like he's almost maxing that cut break out. He's hopping it off the side of the pack each time. just one to keep an eye on. He's playing with fire a little bit there.
First time he's been dry though. He's had some success. 2 break clearances already tonight.
Yeah. Yellow's the choice for the Jackal.
Those sometimes can hurt more than they should. Those clearances. You know, you break dry and your opponent clears up. You know that happens. That you're playing at the top of the game. But that was one of those clearances. I mean, it was fabulous from Jaden. He was digging all the way through it. And if I was Josh watching that clearance, I'd be sat there going, you keep going. I fancy myself getting to the table with an easy counter, but there are times where that happens and they get them and you just have to deal with it. Trying to land on this yellow nearest the top left-hand corner. The fact he's looking at the line out tells me he is on it. So that was a good shot. Landing on the next ball is going to take some work though. He's done well, just uses the side to get the gap. He's short. You could tell straight away. He was so worried about going too far that he sort of half quit on that shot. Do you know what? He's actually been a little fortunate here that he stopped so short that he's actually still got a shot to the corner. He was not playing for the corner. Does mean this shot's quite tricky, very, very thin. The 8-ball doesn't really go clean to bottom corner pockets. So Josh has dug a pretty big hole here himself. Well, he's got a shot. It's just gone far enough.
How do you like him?
If this goes in the left centre, then he's had a right touch, but
I think he's probably earned it. I think the fair's fair and all that.
That's a brilliant shot to land there. That's fabulous.
Oh, and in it goes. It wobbles, but it's in, and the Jackal's fired up.
Wow, that was incredible. both from both of them. There's shots onto the 8-ball from both of them. I mean, and he was only just there as well. You see, he played it off the net bottom draw because he was so straight on it. That was, that was incredible to get out from there. Both players have had the taste of the same thing there. Both being reverse cleared, and both of them would have sat there watching their opponents going, well, you're not getting out here.
Yeah, so we're in business.
It's very much the new breed, isn't it? There's players from a few years ago would not have taken on those clearances.
Not a chance. And
we're just seeing the youngsters just going all out. We're taking these on and we're going to get them.
Josh Juhasz, I know, will be absolutely over the moon that you've called him a youngster.
Might get a golden break to go with it.
Not quite.
How old is Josh? You got that statistic to hand?
29, I believe.
In my terms, that's very young.
All relative, of course.
In Jaden's terms, that's ancient. So.
Oh yeah, true.
Could have done with a bit more on that one as well. Just would have been a little bit more controllable if he'd been a touch further. I think he would like to have come down the table. I don't think he wanted to be straight to play on the one on the top left, although that would have essentially got him out from there if he had. But he was never comfortable playing on straight. Thinks he can squeeze this yellow in the bottom one of the yellows left on the table. A little bit awkward line again, but the path's going to be on the... Hasn't quite got the cue ball where he wanted to in either visit so far. Good news, bad news. He's used the red to hold on the yellow to left centre, but that red now blocks the yellow to bottom right corner, which is where it wants to go. He's still got some problems here. Does it go top left now? Yeah, it must do. He's playing it. Just went too far. He's trying to hold for left centre. Now he's going to have to play this one at the top of the table.
Once again, we're at the stage where both players have dug pretty hard.
Yeah.
And pretty deep.
It's a high tariff shot, but there's a wide open path for the cue ball here. Just going to have to hit this well. And he didn't.
I thought for a second he was going to fluke it, but not to be.
Never got the cue ball, didn't he? The first shot where if he lands just a couple of turns straighter, he comes down the table. If he lands plumb straight, he gets on the one on the cushion, or a couple of turns straighter, he just comes down. And once you land one good position on the ones at the bottom of the table, they would have been easy to mop up, but it was always left with a bad angle. Should cost him the frame. No reason why Jaden shouldn't get these, just needs to be careful a couple of shots. I would have been tempted if I was Jaden to take the one nearest top right first shot, and then second shot try to get on the one he's just played. But the way that Jaden's gone means you're going to have to play the plant, and that has forced him to miss, but he retains control of the frame with that shot. Very good. Very good shot from Josh. That turns it around completely. Play another loss of turn here. It looks like he was going to... Is he going to play the loss of turn? He should. Yeah, nicely played. Just for a second, the way he was lining up on that, I thought he might be...
Oh, the red blocking the 8 ball's a touch.
Yeah. I thought he might be going the other way and just kind of feathering off it, but the loss of turn was absolutely the shot to turn it back around again. The red going where it has is an absolute bonus for Jaden.
Yeah, because Josh can maybe make this yellow into a pocket, but then if he does, what are you doing with the 8 ball?
He was playing his own. I'm assuming he was playing his own 3 ball loss of turn
plan, yeah.
But you would want the yellow to stay in the mix. So maybe he's just decided that to not play that, and backing Jaden not to pot this and get on the red at the bottom of the table, because that is awkward to do. Yeah, didn't even take it on. So maybe Josh wasn't playing that 3 ball plant loss of turn and was playing the exact shot he played. But he's still big second favourite here. Shot of the night. Oh, the cue ball. Oh, I was only watching the yellow. The combination was exceptional. The cue ball straightened off though, which is hard to believe actually with where the red was. You probably thought there was no chance of that happening. That's really unlucky for Josh.
Yeah, that's tough.
That is tough.
Such a good effort, this.
Just flicks the red rather than getting the fuller contact on the red. He was playing the combination, playing it in such a way that if he gets the combination, he should win the frame. If he doesn't get it, then he gets the pocket for the 8-ball, which gives him a little bit of a chance in the frame. I still think he'd have been second favourite, but the cue ball flying in off just killed him completely.
Jaden Billingham, right? Leading 2 frames to 1.
Josh gets first chance again, and this time it's a better one. I feel like the first 3 frames of the player who's had first chance has been chasing. And Jaden and Josh were good enough to get it on the first 2 occasions, but this time it's a little bit more of a routine finish for a professional pool player. Just got to be careful. Assuming he plays for the one to right centre, then you've got to make sure you leave the angle to play the one top right to get it across the table for top left, or vice versa. Maybe gone a couple of rolls too far, but should be fine. Just don't hamper yourself using the red. Yeah, you can just screw this one across the table. Wants to get fairly straight. The more angle you leave, the harder it is to get on the 8-ball straight, and you're fine. Perfect.
That's a lovely shot.
Yeah, good finish this one. You expect all the professionals on the tour to make this finish, but take nothing away from the fact that he has, under pressure, 15 seconds a shot. The last frame went against him. You've still got to connect them together, and it only takes half a shot to go wrong, and all of a sudden these can become tricky.
2 each then, 3 minutes and 20 seconds left. This isn't must win for these two as it was in the last match, but you take so much from a win. You win this, you need just a draw in your final game and you are through.
Yeah, if you're Aaron here, what do you want? Do you want, because obviously Josh beat Aaron, so
Aaron's still got to play Jaden, of course.
Yeah, but so if Jaden wins, then Aaron beats Jaden, and Aaron knows guaranteed he's in a 6-red shootout, whereas if this is a draw, then Aaron needs help, or if Josh wins it, then Aaron needs help. So it'd be interesting to know, because of course if it's a draw, then Aaron can actually still go through without needing a 6-red shootout, but he needs help to do that. So we know what these two want, they just want to win.
Oh, that's the worst break of the night that Josh has hit. He's been so good on the breaks tonight, apart from there.
And this is a layout. Oh, this is a layout. Take your time here, young man, and you're 3-2 up with the break, and only a minute and a half to 2 minutes left on the clock. No work on these. I'm surprised he's going yellows, but I suppose I don't really like the plant at the top, but he's happy with the plant at the top. This goes right, the yellows are by far the better set, which he's not made any error with. If he goes reds, then he's got to kind of get rid of the red nearest the bottom left corner, and then the one up there. Yellows are definitely the set once you get that plant out of the way, which was easy enough for Jaden. Doesn't have to take this one by the 8-ball now. It's the only one where position could go wrong. And if you don't take it now, then you probably end up leaving it last. So I quite like the fact he's got it out the way.
He doesn't have a huge amount of experience, does Jaden, of the 15-second shot clock.
That landed about as awkward as it could. And that's not ideal. He's on the one top left, but that gets him on the plant more than likely. You could play for the one over the pocket, but then where's the other one going? I will take the one over the pocket, I think. And that yellow must go top right, but the 8-ball doesn't go bottom left. There's still work here. He's a touch straight on it. Can he force this one across the table?
I think he's got a modicum of angle.
It's too straight. Might have to screw underneath the 8 ball here. Beautiful shot.
He did. How well played is that?
Yeah.
Under pressure. Less than 2 minutes to go. 15-second shot clock live on TV by yourself for the first time at the age of 17. Jaden Billingham making it look easy. Until he gave the game away there by looking a bit stressed. But fair play to the young man. That was brilliant.
Yeah, it was. That was very good. And I said the previous frame that, you know, Josh, it was a finish that you'd expect all the pros to take, and that was a finish you'd expect all the pros to make. But the difference between the two was that Josh was in perfect position all the way through and made it look simple, whereas Jaden got out of position second, third shot, and then was always sort of chasing himself back into position. Of course, he was good enough to still make it. It just shows you how easy it is for finishes to go wrong, especially at 15 seconds a shot. Makes a ball, and then he can just pot a couple to win the match. Oh, how's it not a golden break? But look what he's left. Look what he's left, a chance. Okay, it's not as good as I first thought, actually. It's not bad now. He's got to wait for the red. Got to wait for the red.
Yeah,
there's time here. Don't over rush. You've got 45 seconds still. There's actually more time than you think here, Josh.
He wants to win.
Maybe. Leave a second on the clock.
Right, and this should make him now just pause for a bit of thought.
Yeah, he's a little bit frantic here. He's a little bit worried, but
just don't sneak behind the yellow. Just don't sneak behind the
that's
yellow.
Unfortunate. That is unfortunate. It really is.
Can he still find a way out? Can he still find a way out? Is he on it? Is he on it? No. And Jaden Billingham is going to go top of the pile with 1 round of matches to play. The 17-year-old on debut is starring in the Champions League.